Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together. Hey guys, today this video tutorial is going to be creating a Halloween tumbler. That's all the rave right now. So we're going to go and we're going to create our design. After we create our design, we're going to go ahead and print that out, and then we're going to go ahead and use our Enure tumbler heat press to press that onto our tumbler. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, guys, so before we get into our design, I'm going to give you some information that may help you out if you're not familiar with what I consider my one-stop shop for my crafting needs, which is Creative Fabrica. This is where I come when I don't feel like creating my own images, or I need a new font to work with, or just some motivation and inspiration. I come out to Creative Fabrica. All right. You can get a monthly or a yearly subscription through Creative Fabrica. My preference is just to do the yearly subscription, guys. That way you can just forget about it for the rest of the year for all your crafting needs. Anytime you need an image, you need some fun, you need inspiration, you can come straight to Creative Fabrica without having to go to Google and all these other places looking for images. All right. So the one file that I'm going to show you guys in here for Halloween designs is, hold on one second, guys. For some reason, I have all these pop-ups that just keep wanting to bring up ads on my computer, and I need to fix it because it is driving me crazy. But I come here in the search field and I type in Halloween 3D, and you can see this first file has 200 Halloween 3D tumbler wraps. All right. And right now, tumbler wraps are like a big thing, guys, in the crafting world. So I'm going to go ahead and enter. And you can see all of these Halloween designs that are already out here, guys, that have been created for you. You have, let's say you have your yearly membership. All of this is free for you. You just click on it and you can use any of the files that you find here. All right. So how cool is that? There's Halloween 3D tumbler wrap here, and it'll show you the design and what it looks like on your tumbler. Okay. Now let's show you the file that I am working with, which is, I'm going to go into my downloads here, and I'm going to show you where I just got 200 Halloween design, guys. 200 Halloween designs for free because I have the yearly membership. So I don't even have to worry about what the cost is. So I will link my affiliate code in the description of this video tutorial for you. If you do not have Creative Fabrica, you do need to get it today. If you're a crafter or if you're selling tumblers this Halloween season, guys, this is the place where you can take out all the guesswork. You come right here and find the designs that you need. All right, so I've already downloaded this file, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the file. How cool is that? How cool is that? This is the file with the 200 Halloween tumbler wraps already put together. Okay, just find the one you want to use and go for it. So let's see. I think I want to do, I think this may be cool. Let's do this design. Oh yeah, this is cool. We're going to use this design right here. All right, this is a design that I created in Midjourney, but I'm going to go with this design. Initially, I was thinking about using my own, but I think I'm going to go with this. All right, so we're going to take this design. I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to pop over here to Microsoft PowerPoint, which is where I'm going to be printing from. I'm going to go ahead and put that image there. Now, and what I want to show you guys is that for this particular project, you're going to need either a tumbler heat press or a convection oven, because we're going to be putting this on a 20-ounce skinny tumbler. You're also going to need a sublimation printer. Now, I'm using the Epson Workforce 7720, which I changed over from an inkjet printer to sublimation, so you can do that, or you can just outright have a sublimation printer. You're also going to need sublimation paper. And I'm going to be using a 20-ounce skinny tumbler. You can use whatever size tumbler you would like, but I'm going to give the information for this video tutorial based off of a 20-ounce skinny tumbler. Your image of choice, I just showed you how you can go and get some great images from Creative Fabrica, guys. And I'm going to be focusing on Halloween. You're also going to need heat gloves, heat tape, and some scissors. All right. So I'm going to be using my new Enure tumbler heat press, guys, which I'm super stoked about. And one of the things that I really like about it is I don't have to worry about using shrink wrap. So if you're using a convection oven, you will want to also get shrink wrap. Okay. So we're going to go over and we're now going to size our image. And I'm going to be making my image 8.2 by 9.3, should work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get this size down. Now, if you're in Microsoft PowerPoint, guys, you want to make sure that your slide size is on 8.5 by 11, and you can put it in the landscape position, which I'll do here just to make it easier. And that way we won't have to rotate our image, because sometimes that can be confusing. So I have the image selected, and we're going to come over here to our size icon, which is the third one, and we're going to deselect lock aspect ratio and relative to original picture size. And this is where we're going to change our sizing to the 8.2 by 9.3. All right, so this is the size of our image for our tumbler. And then we're going to come up to picture format. You're going to come down to rotate, and you are going to flip that image, which is the equivalent of mirroring your image. You want to mirror your image for sublimation for this project. And we are going to, at this point, go ahead and get this printed out. All right, so we're going to go to File, Print. And again, I'm using my Epson 7720. And I'm just going to make sure that everything is correct here. So I have it in the landscape position. And I'm using the main tray. And I always want to make sure that my quality is on high quality. And I think the last time I did this, I put it on borderless printing. Let's just see if that helps me out here. And then I'm going to click on OK. All right, and then I'm going to be printing just the current slide. So if you have more than one image in your deck, you want to make sure that you click that drop down and select print current slide, because otherwise everything you have in that deck will print out. All right, so I'm going to be using Hippo sublimation paper today, because I bought a great deal off of Amazon from them. I got 8 tumblers for $37, guys. How cool is that? 8 tumblers for $37. They each came in the individual little gift box, along with the metal straw and the brush cleaner. And it came with shrink wrap, sublimation paper, the little rubber piece that goes in the bottom of the tumbler, and they're all gift, in the little gift boxes. So really great deal. I'll link them in the description of this video tutorial, so that you can purchase them if you would like. It's going to be my first time using their sublimation tumbler, so I am hoping that they sub great. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hit print. And we're going to get this printed out, and I'm going to come up on screen so that we can finish out the process together. All right, guys, so we have our image now cut down. One of the things I want to say, guys, before I continue, is that I had to change the size of my paper. and I had to change it to a 7.8 by 9.4. One of the things I just realized is that all 20-ounce skinny tumblers are not the same. So if you guys can see my last tumbler that I did using the Enor tumbler press, this tumbler is a sub, is taller than this tumbler. It's sorry about that. It's actually taller, it's shorter than the other tumbler. So I'm gonna try to move this over so you guys can see. But these tumblers that I ordered from Amazon that are via Hippo, they are shorter than the previous tumblers that I've used in the past. So I do want to tell you, make sure you check your tumbler and that you make your sizing appropriate per the tumbler, okay? So I had to shrink my image down to 7.8 by 9.4, okay? So that is a difference, and I want to put that out there. So we're going to go ahead now. We're going to cut or trim down our image because remember our paper is 8.5 by 11. So you're going to have that additional white. So I'm just going to use my scissors and trim that off. And then we're going to go ahead and get our tumbler wrapped. And hopefully we don't get any more surprises other than just it's a little shorter than the standard tumblers that I would normally use. All right, so I'm hoping that these tumblers sub well. My little heart is going to be broken. And then I'm going to be going back to, well, you get what you pay for. All right, so we're going to get this trimmed down. I have a little cutter. I don't know why I never use it. But scissors it is. All right, so got our image cut down to size. And remember guys, with sublimation, your image is going to always look dull until you apply the heat, and then the colors will become vibrant. All right, so that is perfect. The 7.8 9 by 4 is perfect for these tumblers. I'm going to show you here. Move that out of the way. So you can see how I have very little overlap on there. So what you want to do now is the 7.8 by 9 by 4, 9.4, you want to get your heat tape so that you can now wrap your image around your tumbler. And I did wipe this down with alcohol prior to, guys, and let it air dry. So you always want to do that when you are using these skinny tumblers. And you want to make sure that that paper is pulled nice and tight around your image. Around your tumbler, okay? You want to make sure it's nice and tight. You do not want air bubbles to be able to escape and cause ghosting. So as I am wrapping, I am making sure that I am pulling this paper tight around my tumbler to prevent that from happening, because we always want the perfect sub, okay? And then once I get it taped on the seam, I'm going to tape the bottom and the top. So I'm going to get me a long piece of heat tape here. And we're going to wrap that as well, tightly. Now, you will notice that air will escape, guys, as you're doing the top, and that's because the bottom is still open. Okay, once you get that bottom done, then you'll be good. Just going to push that tape on the inside there and just make sure that it's down nice on your tumbler to seal off air getting through. And then we're going to put a piece on the bottom. All right, so I'm using Hippo Sublimation paper, guys, for the first time. I've used their ink in the past, but I've never used their sublimation paper. And I've never used their sublimation tumblers. So going to be 2 firsts for me with Hippo. And it's Hiippoo. Alright, and then I just kind of roll it around on the bottom and the top to try to seal off any air being able to escape. And I think we're good. Alright. Next up is to go ahead and press with the Enur Tumbler heat press, guys. You do not have to use any shrink wrap. So the other thing is, when you're using this tumbler press, you want to make sure that you have a tumbler inside of your press as it's heating up. So we're going to go ahead and open that up, and we're going to take out one of our tumblers. And I do want to tell you that they put the rubber pieces on the inside, so make sure you take that out, guys. So we're just going to slide that baby in, and we're going to, I've already set my time and temp. So let me make sure we're plugged in over here. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and close this while it heats up. And since we're doing an all over wrap, guys, we're going to rotate this baby 4 times to make sure that we get even coverage, even heating coverage on our tumbler, okay? So I think I'm going to do 50 seconds, 50 seconds, 90 seconds, 40 seconds. That's what I'm going to do as I rotate this, all right? So I'm going to let this heat up, and then I'm going to come back when it's ready. One of the things I do want to tell you guys is make sure you are using your heat gloves, okay? That's very important. And you can always do a test to make sure that your tumbler is tight inside your heat press. And that's just by making sure that you can't push that tumbler, okay? Making sure you can't push that tumbler, because if you can push it, then this is not tight enough. You want to use your knobs to adjust the pressure, because you want to make sure that's nice and tight so that you get a good sublimation, all right? Now, with these tumblers being shorter, is that a deal breaker for me? No, it's not a deal breaker. I would still buy them again. The question is going to be, these are the little gift boxes that they come in, is if they don't sub well. All right, so we're ready to go here. We're going to take out the heated one, and we're going to slide in our next one. And actually, I have this at 90 seconds. I'm going to change that just by clicking set. And I have it at 3:57. I'm going to leave it there. And then I'm going to decrease the time to 50. So the first 2 times we're going to be at 50 and then set. All right, here we go. All right, so 30 seconds. And then we're going to rotate it, and we'll do another 50 seconds. And you should always know that you got a good sub, because you should start to see the ink bleed through. And we're just going to rotate it. We're going to go another 50 seconds. Then we're going to change it to 90 and then 40, and we'll be done. Don't forget, you're going to need heat tape and also sublimation paper for this project, guys. And again, I'm using the Epson Workforce 7720, which was originally for inkjet printing, but I changed it out to sublimation. Very easy to do. All right, we're down to 9 seconds. All right, and we're gonna take it and shift it. And this time we're gonna long press set. And we are going to change that time now to 90. So we're going to increase it from 50 to 90. There we go. And then hit set long press. And we're going to press it for 90 seconds. And then we'll rotate it one more time. We'll press it for 40 seconds. And then we'll let it cool down. And we'll see if we got a good press on these Hippo sublimation tumblers that I got 8 of for $37. All right, I'm gonna let that run and then I'll come back and we'll rotate and do the 40. All right, guys, we're 2 seconds. And again, we're gonna change the temperature, or not the temperature, but the time. We're gonna take it down now to 40 seconds for that last press. Okay, and we're gonna rotate it again. Just get my glove on here. And this is our last press. All right, we're almost done. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take it out. And you should see that ink start to bleed through, as you can see here. So that's an indication that we should have a good sub. So I'm gonna let this cool down for about 5 minutes and then we will unveil it together. All right, guys, I think our tumbler has cooled down enough now to where I can touch it safely. So don't rush the process, don't burn yourselves, all right? So we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna use my weeding tool to kind of get a grip on this seam right here. And we're going to see what we got. First time, again, using Hippo sublimation tumblers. And the only thing I've noticed so far is that they are shorter than the tumblers that I've used in the past. So we're hoping for a great sub, okay? And we won't even worry about that. And it's looking good, y'all. It's looking good. I get excited, don't I? I get excited, y'all. When I see my work, I just get so excited. All right. Let's take a look. All right. $37, guys, for these 8 tumblers, and they sub amazing. Look at that. Those colors are so vibrant and pretty. All right. So moral of the story, guys, is I'm going to be ordering more of these sublimation tumblers from Hippo off of Amazon. Again, I got 8 tumblers, 8 sublimation tumblers. They come in these little boxes, little gift boxes. And when you finish subbing, all you got to do, guys, is put them right back in there. And they'll be great for gift giving. They do put the rubber pieces on the inside of the tumbler, so make sure you do take those out before you sub on them. All right, There's your lid. It comes with the metal straw and the little brush cleaner. And then you have the rubber piece to go on the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. But it comes with also the sublimation paper, the Hippo sublimation paper, and it comes with shrink wrap. Now for the Enure tumbler heat press, you do not need shrink wrap. So I'm not using the shrink wrap. Unless I'm gonna do multiple tumblers at one time, then I'll use that convection oven that you see over there. Because that's one thing with the convection oven, I can sub 3 tumblers at one time. All right, this is amazing, guys. I'm in love, okay? It subbed amazing. Y'all see those colors? Beautiful. And again, I did change the sizing, guys. The sizing is 7.8 by 9.4 for these Hippo sublimation tumblers because they are shorter than the ones that I've worked with in the past, okay? Just a tad bit, but they are shorter, okay? So make sure you guys can see that. They are a little bit shorter, all right? But not a deal breaker. This is the A-sub tumbler that I did initially, and this is the Hippo, all right? So, I don't know, y'all. You know, chime in the comments and tell me what you think, all right? All right, guys, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. If you're currently in my Facebook group, thank you guys so much for subscribing. I had to stop my camera for a minute. I had to check on my breakfast. But thank you guys so much for following me, not for subscribing, but following me via my Facebook group, Candoris's Cricut and Creative Crafters. My Facebook group will be linked in the video description of this tutorial. If you would like to join my group, all you have to do is click on that link and agree to the Facebook group rules, and voila, you're in. And for those of you that are subscribed to my YouTube channel, guys, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you are seeing me for the first time and you like my method of teaching, I now have reached 500 video tutorials on YouTube. Yay! In 10 years, 500, okay? I joined YouTube in January of 2013, and I now have 500 video tutorials. So check my channel out, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be among the first 14,000 because I think I'm about 10 or 15 subscribers away from 14,000 subscribers. If you like my method of teaching, guys, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. All right, guys. So in this video, I talked to you about the one-stop shop. I got over 200 3D type Halloween designs in Creative Fabrica, guys. So I will link my Creative Fabrica affiliate account in the video description as well. So get that yearly membership, guys. It is well worth the money spent. You can get that membership for a year and just be done with it, all right? And then you have all the images, fonts, and all that stuff right at your hands, okay? Also, this Enure tumbler press, I am loving it, okay? It's quicker than my convection oven. Like I said, the only downside is but not a deal breaker for me because normally I'm only doing one because I haven't got into selling things like this. So it works out perfectly. All right. And what else? That's pretty much it, guys, for this video tutorial. Always check the sizing of your tumblers because now I know that they're not all one and the same. Okay. I've been proven that they're not all one and the same. So always check your sizing. Don't just go according to the sizing that I indicate because depending on where you got your tumbler, it may be smaller or larger than my 20-ounce tumbler is. All right. All right, guys, that's it. That's my story. That's all I got for you. I just want to say you guys know how I end my videos, and that is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye.